Taking positions on this tonight, defending Amarnath, Kishore Bhimani, senior sports journalist from Kolkata, Bishan Singh Bedi, former Indian captain and legend, Kunal Pradhan, deputy editor of the Mumbai Mirror, thank you very much. Defending Dhoni, I don't know if this amounts to supporting the BCCI, is Shailendra Singh of Percept with me in the studio. Atul Vasan, former Indian cricketer, I don't know what position Boria takes on this. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Atul Vasan, I don't understand how you can be critical of Amarnath. If at all, you should be complimenting Amarnath for speaking out and spilling the beans even if late. What really is your complaint?
Okay, Arnav, before I start, I just want to digress, not really digress, but just add a conjecture to the whole premise of this chat. We all know what goes on. There's horse trading, there is an old boys club, and you know, in fact, the 5 zonal selectors is a flawed concept, which we have been harping out, for so long. And it is flawed, and there's going to be a lot of dictum from the states which are pushed through there to push your own boys. So at that juncture, a person is always under pressure. But having said that, I just feel that during a series, when we have got our back to the wall, we have brought this up, so it's like hitting yourself in your leg. And there's a moral and ethical issue I have with this problem, where a former selector has unnecessarily created a huge kind of embarrassing situation with the Indian team, who are trying to level the series. Now, can you imagine the guy who was supposed to be sacked in that team and the guy who was supposed to become captain are both there, both integral members of the team, and now you tell me just before the test match, what will be the mood be? We all know there's been bad blood between Sehwag and Dhoni already, and when we go abroad, former players make comments which depresses the touring team, creates pressure on them. This is going the other way around. So I think, like when you get divorced,
one second.
After getting divorced,
moral and ethical.
Bad about your wife
moral and
or
ethical.
husband.
One second. On moral and ethical, we'll break it up. Yeah. On moral and ethical, I want Kunal in. Moral and ethically, has Jimmy Amarnath crossed the line?
I think, Arnav, the line was crossed a long time ago, and it's about time that, things start coming out into the open. And, we can argue about the timing of it. It's really sad that it's happening on the eve of a test match. I grant that. But the point is that, things have gone on too far, that something has to be done about it. You have the president of the board, who is also an IPL franchise owner. Now, the matter comes straight down to a player who's the captain of the Indian cricket team.
Straightforward.
And also the captain of his franchise. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
The branding or the brand value, the sponsorship value, the marketing value of the franchise depends largely on this player, because he is the star player of the franchise. Now, you have reached a situation where if he is no longer in the team, the brand that Mr. Srinivasan owns will get affected. Now, the question I want to ask is, when he spoke to the selectors, what hat was he wearing? Was he speaking to them as a BCCI president who is telling his selectors that
he's going to say that he's going to say evil is in the eyes of the beholder?
No, that is not the point. Arnab, it is not about honorable intentions or not. No. The point is, one person should not be in a position where he can wear these two hats. For how long can we just keep saying that, when
one sentence before you start the debate. Just one.
You're getting a
one second. I just want to, before everybody talks about it, I just want to ask whether all the selectors, according to Jimmy Paji, we call him Jimmy Mohinder Amarnath, were on board for removing Dhoni, and the board president overruled them?
Yes.
You're not sure about this yet.
No, how do you say not sure? No. I absolutely disagree with you. Because what you look at the word, where has this started? With his interview on Newshour yesterday? So he has said there was an agreement. How can there be agreement unless you have the majority? So majority wanted out.
Well, till the
we presume 5 selectors. 5 out of majority is 3. That means there are 2 people on one side. Either Srikkanth is alone, or he's got one more person with him, because he fell in line with this. So that answers your question. Answers your question.
Rebut also, if I may. See, I feel it's not even about that. Why should a person be in a situation where such a conflict is arising in the first place? Why should one person have the power to not only control the branding of his own franchise, but also control the market?
We haven't heard from.
Also control the market that is deciding that.
But Bishan Singh Bedi, are people being too hard on Srinivasan just because Jimmy Amarnath has said this?
Look, I've always enjoyed coming on your show, and I've always looked forward to coming on your show. But today, I feel rather depressed. I think the timing of this debate is very debatable. We have a test match tomorrow, and we're discussing something which will directly affect the performance of the Indians. And I promise you, the Palms will laugh their guts off at how many of these daft Indians are discussing a stupid problem. But it is not as stupid as we might think. And I think, honestly, I believe that Jimmy Amarnath had to come out in the open sooner or later. And he did it.
That's true.
And I'm willing to back him to the hilt.
So why do you think, I mean, the fact is you're talking about the timing. I mean, the timing is unfortunate. But what is more unfortunate, Bishan Singh Bedi?
It is unfortunate.
No,
Fair
what
enough.
is more, Bishan Singh Bedi,
Yeah.
Bedi ji, what is more unfortunate? That you have a captain who lost 8 tests, was allowed to continue, has now lost 10 tests, and is still being allowed to continue. There is no accountability on that person. Is that not more unfortunate than the fact that we are debating this today?
Listen,
Mr. Bedi.
listen, my dear friend, listen, please listen to me. Now, I have never been a great fan of MS Dhoni. No. Honestly, I think he's been terribly, terribly lucky to be leading this side even today. And luck must stop somewhere. You know, you can't, I have said this earlier also. Rishi Beno once quoted, the captaincy is 90% luck, 10% ability. And he also said that I wouldn't go for 90% if I didn't have 10%. You know? And here it is 100% luck.
No,
for goodness sake.
Mr. Bhimani is very tickled by your argument. I want to go across to him. Mr. Bhimani, why should a person be captain on luck? And if you're not lucky to have a godfather, you can't be captain?
True, absolutely true. Godfather?
Please take your time and say after Bishan Bedi's era ended in 1978, Gavaskar was the heir for captaincy. We were on our flight back from Pakistan, and the captaincy for 1979 World Cup was announced, and we heard on the aircraft that Venkat had been made captain. Venkat was not holding his place in the team, but he was made captain. In the years ahead, in the 80s, in the captaincy wars between Dev and Sunil Gavaskar, there was so much.
Kishore, please.
Nobody's going to let me
Now,
speak.
Venkat was removed from captaincy. Hang on. He was removed from captaincy after the England tour in '79, and the captain of the Air India pilot, Air India flight, he announced that Gavaskar is going to take over, not the selectors. Get your facts right, Kishore, please.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there has always been interference. There was interference at the end of the 80s when Srikkanth, Vengsarkar, Ravi Shastri all became captain for a short while, and the board was looking for a yes man. And that is the time that Mr. Raj Singh went to Azharuddin, and as he himself admitted, asked him, Mia, captain banoge? This is what has been going on for years and years and years, and it's not stopped now. What Jimmy has done is to open the Pandora's box.
So why should he be attacked for it? Why should he be attacked for it? If he has opened
he shouldn't be attacked for it. He has done a very courageous thing.
Hear that, Atul Vasan.
Crores of rupees a year, which a selector
Hear
gets.
that, Atul Vasan.
He given that up, and he's come out with the truth.
Hear that, Atul Vasan. It takes a lot of courage.
I
one
got
second.
the issue with the timing.
Can I come in?
Let me tell you, yes. You know, please,
After Atul Boria.
I think he has done the right thing by bringing it out in the open. He has come out at the worst possible time. I've got issues with that. I am a great fan. And Jimmy
we are always playing cricket. Atul, I'm sorry, but we are always playing cricket.
I tell you, the
there is always going to be some tournament or the other.
Please.
Boria wants to come in. Shailendra coming to you last night. Yes,
there is. But the point is that why don't we question the system of zonal selectors?
No, let's not. We are only questioning today whether the BCCI has turned into a bunch of godfathers for certain cricketers and whether any motives in being godfathers. Let's be very direct. Yes, Boria.
The fact of the matter, may I please come in?
Yeah, go ahead, Boria.
While we celebrate while we celebrate Jimmy Amarnath's revelation to you, and it's a very serious one, and it was much needed. But why don't you ask two questions of Mr. Amarnath? This was in August before the New Zealand series. He, after that, continued in the post of selector after being snubbed by the BCCI president and picked the team for the World Cup. Would he have kept silent if the BCCI had not removed him? Where is the question of
what are you suggesting?
It is a clearly, I am saying he's a hypocrite. Clear-cut terms, because the BCCI removed him, that's why he's saying what he's saying at the moment. Why did he not say then, in August, and resign then, being morally courageous and being morally upright?
Rebuts to you, first from Shailendra. Shailendra first.
Boria, well, you've got a point because you're a statistician and you know more than I would know. But having said that, I think the important point today, Boria, is that Jimmy Paji's got out there and actually opened up an issue which is very critical. The second point that I think is...
It should have been opened in August, Shailendra.
So what?
Done it
Actually,
if
Boria,
the BCCI persisted with it.
On national TV, on behalf of Jimmy Paji, I apologize. But now that we should just move on. The issue is that anybody in the BCCI or in the Cricketing Federation or the association is not accountable. This is a major issue. So let's assume the hierarchy, how it works. The players are responsible to the captain. The captains are responsible to the selectors. The selectors are responsible to the board. Who is the board responsible to? So when you have failures, are you really in this young nation advocating failure? We are consistently failing for 24 months and nobody's got axed.
Good point.
No decision maker has got axed. So what are you telling the youngsters of the country? Keep failing, nothing matters, the business is as usual.
Listen, I'm no defender of the BCCI, and that's pretty well known. In fact, I don't think any of you has read the BCCI constitution. Listen, the BCCI president does not have the power. Let's put it very clearly. The BCCI president does not have the power to overrule the selectors if it's the team for a home tour. So if that has been done, it's a clear case of illegality. Let me point out very clearly. If it's a foreign tour, if it's an away tour, the BCCI president has the power to intervene. If it's a home tour, he doesn't. Point number one.
Boria,
number two.
Boria, first of all, 1 minute. I have looked around. I have not found a copy of the BCCI constitution anywhere. But from what I understand, the BCCI has the final say and can intervene in board matters. This is a point that has been made. Sunil Gavaskar says, 1 minute. Sunil Gavaskar says there's a protocol. Any team selected goes to the board for approval.
Listen,
is there a protocol?
Listen to me. I'm telling you very clearly. I have read the BCCI constitution, spoken to 3 former presidents of the BCCI, and the matter is very clear. If it's a foreign tour, the president has the power. In fact, it is a rule that the selectors will call him.
Boria, just one small question for Boria.
No, don't complicate.
Boria, just one small question. One second, Kunal, just one small question to Boria. Boria, just as a person who watches the sport on television and does it for different reasons. Kunal that day had an argument with me. I say national pride because this is a national team playing to protect the pride. But never mind, whatever it is, we sitting at home just as viewers, we want to know who's accountable for these defeats. What are the changes that the board or the selectors or the captain is making? Where are we heading into the future? Can we continuously lose England in England, South Africa, Asia Cup? And hold on. I have a big grouse. We as proud Indians have an issue. We have history with England. They ruled us as a nation, and today they're beating the crap out of us in our own country.
Kunal, Shailendra, give Kunal.
See, I think, the more we talk about the constitution and BCCI president,
we are making it technical.
We are making it technical. The point is not whether the BCCI president intervened. The point is that the owner of Chennai Super Kings intervened. That's how I am looking at it.
No.
That is how I'm looking at it because it's the same person who's holding both the posts. And we cannot separate the matter so easily. This situation should never arise where the board president and the owner of an IPL franchise.
No, 1 minute. Kunal, gentlemen, 1 minute. 1 minute. Are we suggesting here? No, 1 minute, Boria. Give me. I'm going to bring this back on track. Are we suggesting in 1998 Sachin Tendulkar sacked, right? 1999 after the disastrous World Cup, Bishan Singh Bedi, Mohammad Azharuddin sacked. It's not like Azharuddin didn't have godfathers, right? 2005 Sourav Ganguly, who Bishan Singh Bedi has strong views on, sacked despite winning his last 2 tests against Zimbabwe. Was Sourav Ganguly not a stalwart?
Okay, can I
was Sachin not a stalwart? Atul Vasan was Mohammad
It's not about
Azharuddin, not a
stalwart, please.
stalwart. Why is Dhoni being treated with
Yes.
kid gloves? My question goes to first to Bishan Paji and
No,
then I'm
no,
coming to
really.
you.
Okay.
Bishan ji first.